I don't know if you've thought about this before, but Nico Robin is hilarious. And I know, all that trauma is pretty depressing, but I'm a firm believer that the best of comedy comes from the saddest of people. So gather around for another video my Patreon requested, get nice and comfortable, because today we are going to talk about why Nico Robin is funny as hell. So walk with me. Imagine being Nico Robin after you went through all that trauma and survived all those years. You find yourself in an underground criminal organization called Baroque Works. Like there's literally a person in Baroque Works called Mr. 2, and you're still the second most important person in this organization. And as Miss All Sunday, you become a trusted assassin for the warlord Crocodile. Crocodile trusts you a whole lot because you are the only person in the world that can read the poneglyphs and tell him where the ancient weapon Pluton is. So imagine you're just doing your thing in this criminal organization, and one day Crocodile is like, hey, Miss All Sunday, I need you to head on over to Whiskey Peak because I have it on good authority that the Princess of Alabasta has infiltrated our organization. And if that's true, that's gonna be a nuisance to all of our plans. So I need you to head on over there and clear all this up. So you're like, sure, no problem, and you head on over to Whiskey Peak. Now, Whiskey Peak is a fake town full of Baroque Works agents. The whole purpose of it is for the fake townspeople to welcome new pirates that are fresh onto the Grand Line, get them nice and drunk, and then rob them blind and turn them into the Marines for their bounties. And that was a good thing they had going on. Crocodile and everybody in Baroque Works were getting nice and rich. So imagine Nico Robin's surprise when she gets there and sees that the entire town has been murdered by one directionally dyslexic swordsman. So you're Robin and you get there and bodies are everywhere. You came here to find a traitor and it's actually just a graveyard. But before you can process that, you see a fat crackhead get up off the ground and start fighting the guy that killed the entire town. The first thing you think is, wow, this is crazy. I've never seen a fat crackhead, and what the hell, now he's skinny? Who is this guy? You let it go. Whatever those two crackheads are fighting about, it doesn't have anything to do with your mission. So you keep looking for Princess Vivi and anyone who might be helping her. So you walk around the island for a while and find out that there was another mole, this guy called Ingram, and you see him and the Princess of Alabasta talking with the crackheads you just saw fighting in a Waffle House parking lot. Eventually, the two crackheads you saw fighting and everybody else inside their crew, they all go back to the ship and prepare to leave Whiskey Peak. Now, as Nico Robin, you're not actually evil or a bad person at all. This is all a ruse you're doing. You don't really want to be in Baroque Works, but you need a safe place to hide from the bitch-ass world government that wants to kill you. So you gotta keep up appearances, but you still don't want Crocodile to get what he wants either, because he's actually a really bad guy. So to keep up appearances, you destroy the ship that's carrying Ingram away once he separates from Vivi, but he's fine, nothing to worry about. Once you blow up that ship, your curiosity gets the best of you. So you decide to meet these guys and figure out what they're all about. And this is the first time you meet Captain Crackhead, Monkey D. Luffy, and his crew. And they seem dead set on protecting the princess and delivering her safely to Alabasta. You literally have no problem with that, so you offer them an eternal log pose that will take them directly to Alabasta. And a log pose is basically a compass that takes you directly to where you want to go, and in a place as dangerous as the Grand Line, that is really, really useful. So you throw these lunatics a bone, and without hesitation, the captain grabs the log pose and says, "Shut up, dummy, this is my ship, I decide where we go." And then he breaks the eternal log pose. And it's like, you know what? That's fair. You just watched me blow up a ship. Why would you trust me? But why do I get the feeling that you would have done that even if I was a friend of yours? Like, he looked so offended at the concept of being told what to do. And that's all he was offended by. But you let it go. You're like, fine, okay, well, I hope you guys make it safe to Alabasta then. Good luck. Fast forward a little bit, and these lunatics make it to Alabasta, all right? And they get caught almost immediately. Crocodile has them in the basement of his casino, and then he starts to flood it like a James Bond villain. He even puts some alligators in there for good measure. You are still keeping up appearances, so you can't do anything to help them, so you just hope that they will figure everything out. Fast forward a little bit more, that same crackhead that was doing impressions in the dungeon of a casino's basement while it flooded with alligator-infested water has found Crocodile in the middle of the fucking desert and is challenging him to a fight. Both you and Crocodile are confused. You're like, who are you? You fight your boss a little bit, but your boss bangs his ass up, stabs him, and throws him in some quicksand. And now your curiosity fully gets the better of you. You see, you know this lunatic has the D initial that every dog in One Piece has. And as a learned scholar, you know there's something very important about all these people. And having watched this lunatic defy the odds over and over again, you can't help but buy into his hype a little bit. As soon as Crocodile turns around and leaves, you pull the crackhead out of the quicksand and save him. You don't do anything else for him though. If he's the real deal, he'll find a way to make it out of the desert and make it back to his friends, and maybe even save Alabasta before it's too late. Fast forward a little bit more, Crocodile has caught Princess Vivi and is dangling her off a roof, laughing maniacally. This is it. Alabasta is about to be lost to Crocodile. And that's when suddenly, the same lunatic that was beaten up, stabbed, and left for dead in the middle of the desert shoots out of the horizon, riding a giant bird, and he saves the princess. Strapped to his back is a barrel of water in this barren wasteland of a nation. Crocodile has made it so water is basically impossible for regular people to get. Because water is the weakness to Crocodile's devil fruit, he has made it pretty much impossible for anyone in the nation of Alabasta to get water. And this lunatic has a barrel of it. Beaten up, stabbed, left for dead in the middle of the desert, and he shows up with a miracle barrel of water ready to whoop Crocodile's ass. And he doesn't explain anything either. Like, everybody's like, how did you... Forget how you're alive. Where did you get that water, Mugiwara? And you know what his response to that question is? I'm Water Luffy now. Like, that's it. That's literally it. He is still taking none of this seriously. He is fighting like he's a goddamn Looney Tune. And so that's it. You've seen enough. You can't take it anymore. This idiot is hilarious. You let out the first genuine laugh you've had in years because Water Luffy is funny as hell. It's still not enough, though. Crocodile beats Luffy again and leaves him for dead. Again. But this time, Crocodile is scared a little. He's like, okay, for real, I still don't know who that guy is or what he wants, but please, for God's sake, Nico Robin, let's just go to the mausoleum, find the poneglyph, and you can tell me where Pluton is. So that's what you guys do. You head there, and with no other distractions, you are forced to tell Crocodile where Pluton is. But like I said, Nico Robin isn't evil. She can't let this guy get what he wants. So as Nico Robin, you lie when you read the poneglyph, and you tell him it doesn't say anything about Pluton, and Crocodile doesn't like this at all. He starts putting the pieces together, and he realizes what's going on. He's like, fool me once, shame on me. You fool me, can't get fooled again. So Crocodile stabs you and leaves you for dead in the mausoleum. And right there, when all hope seems lost, that lunatic, that crazy-ass crackhead that loves to fight people in Waffle House parking lots, appears again in the basement of this mausoleum, ready to fight Crocodile again. Crocodile literally begs him for an answer, like, I met you today, and you're thwarting every single one of my plans. Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you here? What's going on? And the lunatic looks Crocodile dead in his eyes, and he's like, I just like fighting. So Crocodile and Captain Crackhead have their climactic final battle, and Crocodile is finally defeated. It was a badass whooping too. Like, he got his ass whooped in the basement and somehow ended up outside on the ground level, offered up on a platter for all the Marines to just take him to jail. Like, even without context, any fight that starts in the basement and ends with you outside on the first floor, unconscious, like, that's a generational ass whooping. The Marines couldn't believe it either. But it's over. The Marines take Crocodile to jail, and you think to yourself, if your life ended here, that wouldn't be so bad at all. You give the crackhead the cure to Crocodile's poison. Oh yeah, that's another thing, actually. This lunatic has been poisoned, like, this entire time. And it didn't stop him from fighting like a rabid animal for 3 straight dog fights. But you throw him the antidote to the poison and tell him to leave you behind and just take the king to Alabasta and leave before the entire mausoleum comes crashing down. And just like when you first met this lunatic, he doesn't listen to you at all. He grabs the king and you and carry you both to safety. You protest like, what are you doing? I told you, just leave me. I'm your enemy. You shouldn't be doing this. And he's like, shut up, dummy. I do what I want. And he saves you both. Now put yourself in Robin's shoes, okay? That's a whole lot of nonsense to make sense of. And now she doesn't have anywhere else to go because Baroque Works was an evil organization, but it was her only protection from the world government, who very much still wants her dead. So having just seen what these lunatics are capable of, she takes a gamble and decides to join the Straw Hats. And it is so funny to me. Robin probably thought she would just lay low in the Straw Hats and chill with these guys until a better opportunity came along. Bless her heart, she did not know what she was getting herself into. Because as soon as she asked Luffy if she could join the crew, she became part of a family of crash outs. And she doesn't realize what she's gotten herself into until the world government finally catches up with her, in the form of Aokiji, a ghost from her past. And everyone fights tooth and nail to save her, but they're no match for an admiral. And everyone only escapes because of Aokiji's kindness, which is something that she's familiar with because that's the only reason she's even alive at all today. But that scares the shit out of her. So a few days later in Water 7, when CP9 found her and told her to come with her to be turned into the world government, she agrees because she actually cares about these lunatics, which is something that was always really sad to me. Like, Robin would rather die knowing that Saul's parting words with her were true and she really did find a family on the sea than live with the fact that she got any of these people hurt. The thought of losing them and being alone again is scarier than anything the world government could do to her. So one more time, please imagine being Nico Robin. You agree to leave so that you can save all of these people, and you go to Eni's lobby, and those lunatics, those crazy bastards, follow you all the way there, throw rocks at your window in Eni's lobby, and hold up a boombox like, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. You can't believe it. You're like, what are you guys doing? I'm doing all of this for you. Get out of here. And Luffy's like, listen, Robin, it's out of my hands at this point. They all gotta die. Like, we don't even know what they did to make you so scared. Do you understand that? No idea. Hell, you could be in the wrong. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm beating up Robert bitch-ass Lucci. We're burning this whole place to the fucking ground, and you're coming home with us. You can do whatever you want after that. And so that's when it finally clicks for Robin. She admits she really wants to live and finally accepts that she's part of a family that would destroy the entire world before they let anything happen to her. Hold your horses there, partner, because we need to talk about today's sponsor, which is Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. And both Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co. are both Japanese snack subscription boxes, and with Tokyo Treat, you can look forward to the latest limited edition and seasonal Japanese snacks that are only available in Japan. Sakura Co, meanwhile, is a Japanese artisan snack box, so you can look forward to each box containing traditional and authentic snacks made by local Japanese snack makers. And the theme for Tokyo Treat this month is going to be Konblini snacking. Experience the best Konblini treats Japan has to offer. Snacks like the matcha chocolate Kit Kats, the butter soy sauce potato sticks, mini melon pan biscuits, ginshari rice ball crackers, and the Baumkuchen Earl Grey cake. And the theme for Sakura Co this month is Taste of Kyushu. Discover the unique culinary perfection that is Kyushu with snacks like the Gyokoro chocolate wafer, the Nagasaki honey castella, the Kuzukiri, black sesame taiko, Isa senbei, and the Kumamoto watermelon gummies. And while you're snacking, be sure to wash it down with the tea for this month, the Shiran Ryokucha tea. And the tableware item for this month is the Wakasa liquor chopsticks. And we also encourage you to check out the booklets that come with each box, because they are filled with a bunch of fun facts about the region the snacks are coming from, as well as all the allergen information for each snack. So if you're as hungry as I am and you'd like to get one of these boxes for yourself or for someone you love, check out the link in my description and use code MUGIWARA for $5 off your first Tokyo Treat or Sakura Co box. A very special thank you to Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co for sponsoring this video, and an equally special thank you to you for watching this video. And with that, we are back to the show. And from there, Robin fully lets herself give in to the camp of being in the Straw Hats. And this is when we start getting classic jokes from our girl. And I want to be very clear, all of the Straw Hats are hilarious. They are all comedians in their own way. I think Usopp is probably the only one that would be good at stand-up, but all of them could absolutely star in their own sitcoms. And I just want to talk about some of my favorite Nico Robin jokes, because as soon as she just accepts, like, all right, I'm a part of this nonsense, she really just opens up, and we get so many jokes from her. So I'm going to talk about some of my favorites. The first one that comes to mind, when they're in Punk Hazard and Robin assumes that they're just gonna ferry her and Luffy across the stream. Zoro is immediately on board with that. Usopp is like, it's freezing. Like, what are you? And this joke just gets me because it's like, Robin, first of all, the fact that Robin is here at all is so funny to me, because Robin has never been scared of anything. Like, she is not scared at all. She was down a clown in Thriller Bark, and she sees an island that is half on fire and half frozen, and she's like, neat, let's go. Well, what are we having for lunch, guys? And I love this joke specifically because it really shows how much she is just a goofy goober. And it's like, she could just be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't want to be Miss All Sunday. She's good at it. Like, she's really good at what she was doing. But in truth, she just wants to be a goofy lunatic like everybody else on her crew. But I love that joke. Another joke that comes to mind is when everybody is in Wano, and you know when everybody was doing the stank faces whenever they realized that Zoro got captured. That is actually really funny. Like, everybody's minding their own business, trying to stay undercover. Luffy and everybody went to Whole Cake Island, and Zoro and everyone went to Wano, right? And they haven't seen Zoro in weeks. And then all of a sudden, they see a wanted poster like, what did he do? Why is he the most wanted person in Wano? But that's why everybody else was doing the stank face. Robin was doing the stank face because she was undercover. Robin, this is the other thing. This is my favorite. This is my absolute favorite thing about Nico Robin. Our girl loves to go undercover. She loves to pretend. She loves to act. She's a born actress. I'll tell you that much right now. In G8, she was pretending to be a Marine captain. And in Wano, she was undercover the entire time. She was a geisha, and then she was one of the Beast Pirates. Like, she really got in the... Her and Jinbei were undercover in the Beast Pirates, and Jinbei was sweating like, oh, hey, yeah, what's up, guys? It's us, the Beast Pirates. Robin were like, hey, I'll kill him too if you want. And Jinbei was like, chill. We truly don't have to do that. She had to pull her glasses down like, Jinbei, don't worry, I'm pretending. Jinbei's like, okay, because I can't tell. Like, why are you so ready to go undercover? But the stank face specifically happened because they were trying to get in somewhere. For the sake of the joke, let's just say they're trying to get into the club, and it's Usopp, Robin, and Brook. Usopp and Robin walk up, and the Beast Pirates are like, hold on, what are you? Who are you? Not everybody can just come in here. And that's when Brook shows up out of nowhere pretending to be a ghost, and he puts his arm around both Usopp and Robin, and they both immediately do the stank face pretending to be possessed. It's just so funny, dude. She's so ready to go undercover. Remember in Thriller Bark when she was like, I'm not gonna do the docking bullshit because it's insulting as a human human being. Like, she hates doing gags like that, but you give her a role, you tell her she has to be somebody else, she's already doing it, baby. A born actress and just so graceful in every role that she's in. Truly the Anne Hathaway of One Piece. The last joke that I want to go over I honestly lives rent-free in my head is Ryunosuke. All right, now Robin doesn't have any lines in this that's super funny, but it's just, first of all, the Ryunosuke thing is funny as hell anyway, and it's Robin's silent adoration of Ryunosuke. Like, it's treated so sincerely that gets me every single time. And just watching him climb up that elephant so they can get to Zoe like the little engine that could, it was, good God, it was such a triumphant inspiration to everyone involved, including Robin. And it's just the way she reacted, it gets me every single time. Just Robin's sincerity in that whole thing. I love it so much, and that's why Ryunosuke lives rent-free in my head. But to me, those are the funniest moments for Nico Robin in the entire story. Let me know if I missed any that are really, really funny. Like, did our girl have some funny moments in Fishman Island or Dressrosa? Skypiea, she definitely had some funny moments in Skypiea. Skypiea is so funny. Oh my God. But like I said, let me know. These were just the jokes that I personally cannot stop thinking about. But that's about it for this video. I'm currently working on the Ice Hunters arc. Should be out really soon. Afterward, it looks like we're gonna get back to Kakashi is Hilarious. So if you are only interested in Kakashi is Hilarious on the channel, you wouldn't have made it to this part in the video. So I guess there's no point in me saying that, but that's what's happening. But I really like the Ice Hunters arc. It's my personal favorite filler arc. Yes, even over G8. And I hope once that video is out, maybe I could convince some people to come on over to my side. But that's it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being interested, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.